students, welcome to my channel. In this video, let us study the statement and proof of the remainder theorem, and also let's verify that with an example by using the long division method. The theorem states that let p of x be any polynomial of degree greater than or equal to 1 and let a be any real number. Here p of x means the polynomial with the variable x is called p of x, and that polynomial can have degree. Degree is the highest power of the variable in that polynomial is called degree, and it can be either equal to 1 or greater than 1. And if that polynomial p of x is divided by the linear polynomial x minus a, here x minus a is the linear polynomial because the highest power of the variable or degree of this polynomial is 1. So it is called the linear polynomial. Then the remainder is p of a, that is when the polynomial p of x of degree greater than or equal to 1 is divided by the linear polynomial x minus a, then the remainder r is equal to p of a, where a is any real number. Now let us prove this theorem. Here I have written p of x as the dividend because it is given that x minus a is the linear polynomial which divides the polynomial p of x of degree greater than or equal to 1. So x minus a is the divisor which divides the polynomial p of x, and after division we get quotient and remainder. So quotient is written as q of x and remainder is written as r, and here the remainder r of x is written as the constant r because you know that when we do division of numbers, always the value of the remainder is less than the value of the divisor. Similarly, in division of polynomial also, the degree of the remainder is always less than the degree of the divisor, and here the degree of the divisor is 1 since it is a linear polynomial. So the degree of remainder should be less than 1, that is here the degree of the linear polynomial, that is divisor, is 1. So the degree of the remainder should be less than the degree of the divisor. If the degree of the divisor is 1, then degree of remainder should be less than 1. So less than 1 means 0. So when the degree of the polynomial is 0, we know that we will call that as the constant polynomial, or it is any constant. That is why I represent the remainder r of x as r. And we can write the dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. That is, if you want to know that why I have written dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder, let me give you a simple example of numbers. So if you divide 7 by 3, 3 2s are 6. So we get remainder as 1. We have to change the sign here. So 7 minus 6 is 1. So here dividend is 7, divisor is 3, quotient is 2, and 1 is the remainder. So we can write this dividend, that is 7, as equal to divisor is 3 into quotient is 2 plus remainder is 1. It is equal to 3 into 2 is 6 plus 1, which is equal to 7. That is nothing but the value of the dividend. So we can write dividend as equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. So always dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Similarly, here also in polynomials we can consider that this dividend p of x is equal to divisor is x minus a into quotient is q of x plus remainder. Remainder is r. And now we have to prove that the remainder r is equal to p of a. For that we consider the divisor, that is the linear polynomial x minus a equal to 0. So that we get the value of x. So by considering the linear polynomial, that is the divisor equal to 0, we get x equal to a. We have minus a in the left hand side. So by taking that a to the right side, we get value of x as a. And this x equal to a is nothing but the 0 of this polynomial x minus a. So this value of x equal to a, we have to replace here. That is, wherever x is there, you have to replace that x with a. So that we get p of a. So it is p of x is written as p of a is equal to, we have x here and x is equal to a. So it is a minus a into q of x. So x equal to a. So it is q of a plus r, that is the remainder as it is equal to a minus a. A minus a is 0 into q of a. 0 into any value is 0 plus remainder. So 0 into any value is 0. So 0 into q of a is 0 plus r. So only the remaining value is r. Therefore we got p of a equal to r. That is nothing but the remainder theorem. That is, remainder is equal to p of a. That is, when the polynomial p of x is divided by the linear polynomial x minus a, then we get remainder equal to p of a, where polynomial p of x is of degree greater than or equal to 1 and a is any real number. So this is the proof of the remainder theorem. And while explaining, I told you that we can write remainder r of x as the constant r, because here the degree of the remainder is 0, that is constant. And also here I told you that x equal to a is nothing but the 0 of this polynomial x minus a. So if you want to know about the 0 of the polynomial, constant polynomial and degree of the polynomial, you can refer to my previous videos in which I have explained about that, and also I have solved problems related to that. So now let us verify this remainder theorem with an example by using the long division method. So here I have taken this example, divide p of x by g of x, where p of x equal to x plus 3x square minus 1 and g of x equal to 1 plus x. So here you have to divide this polynomial p of x of degree greater than or equal to 1 by the polynomial g of x, that is by the linear polynomial g of x plus 1, which is in the form of x minus a. So in order to verify, you have to find the remainder both by using remainder theorem and also by using the long division method, and you should get the same remainder. Before that, let us write the given polynomial in the proper order. So it is given p of x equal to x plus 3x square minus 1. So we will write this as 3x square plus x minus 1. That is, you have to write in the decreasing order of the power or the exponent of the variable. Similarly, g of x equal to x plus 1. Now first let us find the remainder by using the remainder theorem. So according to the remainder theorem, in the proof also we equated the given linear polynomial, that is the divisor to 0, x minus a to 0. Similarly here you have to equate the given divisor g of x to 0, so that you will get the value of x. So by equating divisor, that is x plus 1 to 0, we get x value equal to minus 1. That is, by taking plus 1, which is in the left hand side, to the right side, we get x value equal to minus 1. Or you can also write like this. The given divisor is in the form of x minus a. So this x plus 1 can be written as x minus of minus 1. Because minus into minus is nothing but plus. So x minus of minus 1 is x plus 1. And it is in the form of the linear polynomial x minus a. So x and minus as it is, and in the place of a we have minus 1. So that is nothing but a is equal to minus 1. That is, this a is equal to minus 1. So either you can equate this linear polynomial to 0 and you can get the value of x, or else you can also directly write like this. Now let us replace this value of x in the given polynomial p of x, that is dividend p of x, and p of x is 3x square plus x minus 1. So wherever x is there, you have to replace that value of x by minus 1. So we get p of minus 1 is equal to 3 into x square. So it is minus 1 square plus x we have, so it is minus 1 and minus 1 as it is. So is equal to 3 into minus 1 square. Minus 1 square is nothing but minus 1 is multiplied 2 times. Minus 1 into minus 1 is plus 1. So it is plus 1 minus 1, plus into minus 1 is minus 1 and minus 1. So is equal to 3 into 1 is 3, minus 1 is minus 2. So 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. So we got p of minus 1 is equal to 1, and this is nothing but p of a is equal to r by the remainder theorem. So remainder is equal to 1. See, we have a value equal to minus 1, so it is in the form of p of a is equal to r. So the remainder is 1. Now let us find the remainder by using the long division method. So the given dividend is p of x, that is 3x square plus x minus 1, and divisor is x plus 1. So now to divide by using the long division method, first you have to concentrate on the first term of the dividend and the first term of the divisor, and you should multiply the first term of the divisor with any number or term in such a way that after multiplication you should get the first term of the dividend. That is, we have 3x square here. So in order to get 3x square, you should multiply x with 3x. So that 3x into x is 3x square. Or if you are not able to find out the term directly, you can follow this method. That is, dividing the first term of the dividend by the first term of the divisor. So it is 3x square. The first term of the dividend is 3x square divided by the first term of the divisor is x. So x and x gets cancelled. The remaining value is 3x. This is nothing but the first term of the quotient. So this is the first term of the quotient 3x. So that 3x into x is 3x square. And you should remember that you have to multiply this term in the quotient with both the term in the divisor. So we get 3x into x is 3x square and 3x plus 1 is 3x. And here you have to change the sign. This is plus 3x square, so it is minus 3x square, and plus 3x is there, so it is minus. So plus 3x square minus 3x square is 0. Then we have x minus 3x. So x minus 3x is minus 2x, and minus 1 is written as it is. Now you just ignore this first step and also the first term in the quotient. Now just concentrate on the first term of the dividend. Here this is the dividend. So first term of the dividend and again on the first term of the divisor. So you should multiply this term with any other number or term in such a way that you should get the first term of the dividend. Or else you can do like this as we did in the last step. That is, by dividing the first term of the dividend with the first term of the divisor. So first term of the dividend is minus 2x. It should be divided by the first term of the divisor, that is x. So we get x and x both in numerator and denominator. So the remaining value is minus 2. So the second term in the quotient is minus 2. That is, by multiplying x with minus 2, we get minus 2x. And you have to multiply this minus 2x with both the terms of the divisor. So we get minus 2 into x is minus 2x. Minus 2 into plus 1 is minus 2. And you have to change the sign. It is minus here, so it is plus, and minus, so it is plus. And we have minus 2x and plus 2x, and minus 2x plus 2x is 0. So the remaining value is minus 1 plus 2. Minus 1 plus 2 is plus 1. So we got remainder equal to plus 1. And here also the remainder was plus 1 when we solved this by using the remainder theorem. So by using both remainder theorem and long division method also, we got the same remainder, that is equal to plus 1. So this is about the verification of the remainder theorem by using the long division method and also the statement and proof of the remainder theorem. If you have any doubt or suggestion, please write in the comment section below. And also if you like this video, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel for more videos of maths. Thank you.